нет, как бы. Без посылочки. Идем. Что дальше?
If it can be bought, it can be founded. Mick and Ralph.
Блядь, не понял. Правильно. Фильм. Надо было. Ну ладно. Вечер добрый.
Wanna get lucky? Head on down to the Atomic Wrangler.
Что это?
You seen Dixon around? He said he'd be back today. Julie? I love Julie. She's such a nice lady. One time I was working on the water pump and she came over, put her hand on my shoulder and told me I was doing a great job. Great job, she says. I just choked up and didn't say nothing. Compliments are so rare these days. Drop drinking? I've been drinking for a straight month. Listen, I've tried to stop, but the withdrawal symptoms are so bad, I feel like I'm gonna die. I can't stop now. Dixon sells me booze dirt cheap. It does the job, but it tastes like paint thinner, and I feel like I'm gonna die if I stop drinking for a day. I swear that guy's trying to kill me, but what can I do? Drinking other booze doesn't cure the sickness like his.
Вот поговорили. Понятно, что. Я, блядь, не понимаю, куда идти-то. Точнее, блядь, можете сказать,
Wanna get lucky? Head on down to the Atomic Wrangler. Come to Mick and Ralph's for all your shopping needs. Come to Mick and Ralph's for all your
Ага,
shopping needs.
да, значит.
What's your problem, lady?
Антолиади, блядь.
Looking for a fix, man? I got what you need. Yeah, man. Those cats are out of their domes addicted to my shit. They can't get enough. Pretty hilarious to watch. Those fools are from NCR. I love seeing those squatters in agony. We were doing just fine before those shits came here and made a mess of things. We don't need NCR eggheads wandering around confusing things. Really? Ah, you're such a saint. You know what? I might be willing to stop if there's something in it for me. Wait, man, you can't go around saying shit like that. Okay, I get your point. You won't have to worry about me supplying those two anymore. Till next time. Hey. You have chems, buddy? I could really use a fix. Why stop? I feel great. No worries. My guy will be here soon enough. Just wait. If I had 2 caps to scrape together, I'd buy the materials to make my own. My damn hands won't stop shaking. This guy named Dixon. Something about him seems sketchy, but I can't stop now. Last time I stopped, I felt like I was gonna turn inside out. At this point, I'm mostly buying his stuff just so I don't feel sick. Speaking of which, do you have any spare caps? What? I need a fix now! Fine. If you really care so much, then give me some shots of Fixer to calm down these shakes. I'm gonna need at least 10 shots to get me through the week.
Нихуя себе.
There, the followers should be able to help. I think you're right. I've been through worse. I'll go to the fort and see if the followers can watch over me while I recover. People are talking, buddy.
Автологи, блядь,
You've made
справились.
quite an impression.
Бежать.
Come to Mick and Ralph's for all your shopping needs. Hungry? Thirsty? Horny? The atomic...
Уша. И нет.
Wrangler has you you covered.
Come on, man, I'm dying here. Oh, Julie, I've really screwed things up. I'll head over to the fort and get some rest. This has gone on too long.
Ей. Новый уровень. Так.
Hungry? Thirsty? Horny? The Atomic Wrangler has you covered.
We've got stuff we're not even allowed to sell, people. Only at Mick and Ralph's.
Нахер не туда.
One of my aides said you got into the Lucky 38. If you see someone by the name of Emily near there, we would like you to work for us. I saw them. Thank you so much for helping them. This means a lot to the followers of the apocalypse. You have our thanks. If you need some medical supplies, come see me. With Jacob working with us, we should be able to spare a stim or fixer once a day. Sure. Would you like a stim pack, fixer, or rataway? You'll need to wait another 24 hours for a... The old Mormon fort...
Я знаю. Что, пока.
What do you want to talk about?
Так. Нет, задания мы не делали. Так, счет красного крова здесь. Поехали. снизу тоже.
A pleasure to meet you. I'm Dr. Thomas Hildern, Director of Operations, OSI East. I presume you're here about Vault 22? From Alice. I'll see that she's paid right away. Crimson Caravan runs a tight operation. Even out here in the waste, wouldn't do to keep them waiting. Was there anything else? Or were you just here about the invoice? Wonderful. Straight to it then. Have you signed the release forms? No? Doesn't matter. We'll keep that to ourselves. Vault 22. Where to begin? Imagine, if you will, the wasteland in bloom. Vast fields of corn that grow from seeds and produce their bounty in the space of a month. Orchards of trees, their branches weighed halfway to the ground, hung with fat, ripe oranges, a harvest that could feed a city or a nation. And all this, requiring no more than a few drops of precious water and the efforts of only a handful of human farmers. Impossible? A realist. We have that in common. A year ago, I'd have said the same. But what if I was to tell you that the wasteland can yield an endless bounty, and that the secret may lie a mere few miles from where we stand? We need only reach out and take it, and for that, I need you. Isn't it? One directs one's efforts, or the efforts of others, toward a goal, and progress is made. It's a matter of incentives, nothing more. I believe that the inhabitants of Vault 22 unlock the secrets of vegetative growth. Plants are spilling from their gate. No one tends them. No one waters them. Yet they multiply and spread in all directions. Find the reason for this miraculous growth, and I promise you the OSI will see that you are generously compensated. Good. No need to check in with the NCR authorities. I can authorize your payment from OSI accounts. Vaults typically contain a server room on a lower level, where they would have backed up their research data. A computer room, you understand? Download all the information on the central server to your Pip-Boy, and you'll be certain to bring me any notes or samples that you find, won't you? Best of luck to you.
Did Dr. Hildern... This really isn't any of my business, but... did he give you a job? Not interested. More concerned. It's just... you're not the first person he sent to Vault 22. And I know he'd never tell you. There were a lot of mercs. One after another. None of them came back. Then about a week ago, there was a scientist, Keeley. She's unusual. Not the sort of person you'd expect, but she's an absolute genius, and he didn't mention her? Not even her name? Or any of the other mercs? But now he's hired you, which means one of two things. Either he heard back from Keeley, and she failed, or he's given up on her. Listen, I make a fair wage, but I'm not rich, not by any means. Maybe my kind of money wouldn't appeal to your average merc. But I'm willing to pay you if you'll find Keeley and make sure she's safe. Isn't right leaving her out there. No idea if she's alive or dead. I had a good feeling about you. Moment you walked in. I mean it. Right, good luck. Hello.
Кто у нас такой? Помню.
I'm usually good with faces, but I don't think I've seen you here before. What brings you to Camp McCarran? You don't cook by any chance, do you? Farber's doing his best, but it's hard to manage an army with half my staff in line for the latrine. Honestly, we're fighting a lot of fires right now. the Fiends keep pressing their position from Vault 3. We've got the Legion breathing down our necks across the river. We actually took an officer alive last week, but so far he hasn't spoken a word. I have Lieutenant Boyd on that already, and she's excellent, but I think she's hit a wall. Talk to her if you like. See if she has any use for you. Her office is right above mine, but I think she might be interrogating right now. So she'd be upstairs on the other side of the building. Could be better, I'll say that much. We set up here with our sights set on annexing New Vegas. It's a lot of resources that could do a lot of good for us. But that hasn't happened. If anything, they annexed us. They rake in the profits from our soldiers, and we're stuck protecting them from the Legion. Not exactly the plan. Now we're trying to secure the Strip and the dam at the same time, and it's costing us. And in the meantime, General Oliver won't approve any offensive maneuvers, because he doesn't want to risk losing our positions. So we're in a holding pattern here. And Caesar's on the other side of the river, planning. As in chem fiends. Biggest gang of raiders I've ever seen. Nothing like addiction to swell your numbers. Psychotic and completely unpredictable. They set up shop in Vault 3 to the west. Every day they attack our positions and my men repel them. But every day there's more of them and less of us. I sent one of my rangers after their leader to try and destabilize them. He didn't return. Hell of a thing, losing a ranger. You come to depend on them. And they come through for you so often, you forget it can happen. That vault is a hornet's nest. If you have second thoughts, no one will think less of you for it. But if you can get him home, it'd mean a lot. Watch for civilians, too. The Fiends have been kidnapping locals. They just walk right into people's homes in the middle of the day and take them. But the man you're looking for is Bryce Anders. Anders was trying to find the leader, Motor Runner. You hear something like a chainsaw? You found Motor Runner. Put a bullet in his head, and you'll have some new friends around here. Yeah, on top of everything else, I can't send a patrol on a bathroom break without it being ambushed by someone who heard they were coming. So somebody's getting the word out. Calm is what you have to be when people look to you. And it's all you can be when things are out of your hands. Well, why not? Given your recent arrival, at least I can safely rule you out as the leak. I'd like to have absolute trust in my men, but that's just not practical right now. Go ahead and look into it. See what you find. We don't have much to go on right now. Lately, every raiding party in New Vegas seems to have a map of our troop movements. It derails everything. Supplies, reinforcements, and it'll only get worse the longer we let it go on. Captain Curtis is heading up the investigation right now. He can fill you in. It's our main base. We took it because it lets us keep an eye on the Strip, and it had already been fortified before the Great War. From here we handle most of the logistics for our operations in Nevada. Troop allocation, supply distribution, intel. Usually General Oliver runs the show here, but he's on his way to the dam now, so I've taken on a lot of his duties here. Unfortunately, no. In fact, the word from the ranger stations has been especially concerning lately. It sounds like they've run into overwhelming resistance, and supplies just aren't reaching them. It's been so bad, I asked Sergeant Reyes at Camp Forlorn Hope to look into it, and see how it is that things could be so fouled up there. Everything was going according to President Kimball's plan at first. We met minor resistance from local troublemakers. But our two main objectives are still contested. Mr. House controls the Strip, and he won't so much as meet with our ambassador. And we're holding Hoover Dam. But Caesar's Legion is positioning itself to overrun it. If it falls, so will New Vegas. We'd be forced to withdraw. Bye.
Вечер добрый.
Boyd's in there with a prisoner right now. Boy, is she pissed.
You stick out like a sore thumb around here. You sure you're in the right place? Not big on reading name tags, huh? That's okay. My name is long and difficult to pronounce. Ready for it? It's Boyd. Lieutenant Boyd to my friends. Colonel Shu has me handling the policing duties for the base. I've told him he could make my job a whole lot easier if he would just let me shoot anyone who talks back to me. But you know how colonels can be. Yeah, so far this has gone exactly as expected. Poorly. But with the work you've done for NCR already, you might be just what I've been looking for. We captured an honest-to-God centurion of Caesar's Legion recently. Better believe it. Everybody in Caesar's Legion from Caesar on down will kill themselves before they can be captured. They're so twitchy they'd probably do it if you reached out to hug them. But here's this guy, who's an elite commander in their army, and he just gives himself up, even as his men are slitting their own throats around him. Well, I don't know about you, but to me that sounds like a man who's willing to cooperate. Except he hasn't. Only times he speaks up are to insult you. He's a real prick, by the way. And I'm supposed to get information out of this guy. I like the way you think. Have I said that yet? Problem is that the NCR frowns on using that sort of tactic. There's some restrictions still in place from President Tandy's administration. But here's my favorite thing about you. You're not in the NCR. Plus, for all this guy knows, you're completely insane. That's a winning combination. I think if you rough him up enough, and really put some fear into him, he'll sing like a choir boy. So let's do this. When you're ready, I'll go in and give you a little intro. Then I leave the room, and you make him regret the day he was born. We go back and forth a couple times until either he talks or he can't move his jaw anymore. Either way, we've had our entertainment for the day. That's the spirit. Okay, I'll go in and have a word with him. Then I'll call you in.
Это мне нравится. Пиздить людей.
Long time no see, Silus.
Lieutenant, I was just thinking about you.
That's so.
I was just thinking about that pretty neck of yours.
How sweet.
I was thinking about how it would look with a Legion slave collar on it.
I'll pass.
Do you know what I love about our slave collars, Lieutenant?
If you love them, maybe you should try one on.
I love how tightly they fit. I train my men to make sure the slave's flesh bulges a bit around the top and bottom. Know why?
It's all the rage in fashion circles?
Not quite. If you fit it just right, their body never gets used to the feeling of wearing it. It cuts in just enough when they swallow or turn their head to remind them who they belong to. And it's that constant reminder that keeps them docile.
Вечер
In
добрый.
that case, maybe you'd better save the collar you were gonna give me.
Oh? For whom?
For a friend of mine you're about to meet. My friend isn't very docile.
And who is this friend of yours?
You know all the rules the NCR instituted to protect enemy prisoners of war?
Of course.
My friend doesn't. Oh, and Silus? If you resist at all, I'll personally blow your brains out. Come on in, he's all yours. I'll be back in a bit to see how you're getting along. And I'll need you to surrender your weapons before you go in. You can pick them up from the locker on your way out.
Ладно. Ну что, здравствуй, пидорок.
What an ugly little worm you are. What pile of excrement did the lieutenant pluck you from, worm? You must have some reason to be in your line of work. Tell me, what did the Legion do to you? Did we enslave your children?
Slaughter your family before your eyes to teach you a lesson? Whatever it was, I hope I was there to give the order. Foot soldiers of the Legion are trained not to have to think for themselves, to have conflict removed from their minds. They kill themselves to evade capture because they are not trusted to make such a decision rationally in the heat of battle. But I'm no foot soldier. I knew I could escape captivity on my own without revealing the tiniest iota of information to my captors. I'll show you gutless, you sniveling bastard. I'll spill your guts all over this room.
Чё, все что ли, блядь? Что изменилось?
Get away from me.
Is something the matter, Silus? You look upset. Here, maybe you'd better step out for a moment. You've upset him.
You're a miserable fucking degenerate.
I don't know. I thought he seemed like a nice guy.
If we were on the other side of the river, I'd have him torn apart by dogs.
That's a long walk, Silus. I don't think it's gonna happen. You'd better just talk.
Your tactics are a joke.
If you don't like dealing with me, I can bring my friend back in.
Both of you can rot.
Have it your way. Come on back in. I think he misses you.
Здорово.
We don't have anything to discuss, worm. Coward. I've faced odds that would make your NCR soldiers wet themselves. I've led charges against men with guns, carrying only my knife. And I can tell you, it was they who feared me. But suicide is a weak death on a battlefield. It says to your enemy that you fear capture. It says if you're caught, you can be broken. You think I'm going to slit my throat for some megalomaniacal self-appointed dictator? I didn't work my way up to have it all be taken from me out of some irrational paranoia. Caesar's losing it. I believe that. He's been shutting himself in his tent. Privately, he complains of headaches. Whatever it is, it's affecting his ability to lead. Time was essential for my mission, but we waited 3 days for him to dispatch us. Another of his headaches. Does that sound like a man in command? He has an operative planted in this very base, but does he use his agent to rescue me? No. He's content to have the agent spend his nights radioing troop positions back to our base camp. He knows I'm here, and he's left me to rot. I don't know. I know he sends intelligence by radio in the middle of the night. Sometimes that intelligence would find its way to my cantery. I hope the Legion burns your wretched body at the stake when they conquer this place. Nothing I could tell you would do anything to stop that.
Ну и что-то вышло-то, блядь.
Get away from me.
You did well. I don't know how you did it without putting a scratch on him, and I'm a little disappointed personally, but it saved the NCR some face. And it could save us more than that when all is said and done. I'm gonna talk to some people when we're through here. This is about double the standard fee we'd give a consultant, but from what I saw, you're more of an artist. So think of this as your commission.
Ooh.
Yep, see you around.
Мелкий жизни. Что, ты где?
Get away from me.
Не хочешь? Ну ладно. Да я бы такие сделал. Ну пошла, нет?
Patrolling the Mojave almost makes you wish for a nuclear winter.
We're all impressed with the work you've done for us. Thought you might be able to make use of this. It's a key to a little hideaway south of here. We've used it as a place for rangers to rest and resupply. I thought you might get good use out of it. Bye.
Так. Дайте я только настрою. Оружие. Так, а теперь мы пойдем мочить чертей. Нахер мне. А, ну да. Какой чудный вид. Вечер добрый. Не надо. Немножко выдержу. Точно мне еще, блядь, к бомбистам идти.
Welcome back.
Пришли.
Well, you've proven yourself reliable so far. Would you be interested in more important jobs? As much as I like to handle matters personally, I can't be everywhere at once. There is a negotiation with a smaller trading outfit that I'd like resolved as quickly as possible. There's also the matter of Henry Jameson, an employee whose services I'd rather do without. His family connections make it difficult, however. And finally, I need someone to acquire the gunrunner's manufacturing specifications. This job needs to be quiet. No alarms, no deaths. The quality of the gunrunner's armaments is due to their manufacturing process. They craft all weapons on site. I want to know the secrets of their manufacturing process, which means you'll need to find some way to get inside their heavily guarded factory. I would greatly prefer that you perform this job undetected and without killing anyone, if it can be helped. Thank you.
Хочу. кому я тут рассказывал, нет? Ой, ну да ладно. Не, постой. Потрошки. Эй, парни, дайте патронов.
Hey, you were late. Mormon caravan
I'm
from
glad Ringo's back.
Блядь,
Crimson
а что вот
Caravan's the
хоть
biggest
здесь
merchant outfit
нельзя?
in the wasteland.
Что за бред?
You know, if you were serving, you'd probably be halfway to general by now.
Если я сделаю. Сбрось поддержку припасами. Блин, тут здание. Где, блядь? В лагере, что ли? Ну, Жень, пока идти туда, я пойду. Чертей пиздить. Кто меня?
You've done a good turn for the NCR, and now we'd like to do one for you. There's an NCR emergency two-way radio. You're not alone.
You ready to die? You like the sight of your own
Да куда, сука, блядь, черт нахуй.
You like the sight of your own.
Хочу кушать. Уже. Пизди всех нахуй. Я Роман, возьми. Тик-тик-тик. И... Как бесплатно было, нет? Да, нет. Будет. Надо. Тут. Пожрать это возьми. Вот, а вот здесь. Чтобы пойти. Да, ничего. Поделать место могу. Шкафчик. Да. Не густо. Что опять жрать? Пепси. И водичку взять. Бля, так печально, что бегать-то не могу. Побежал бы. Найти вход в херню. Такого табаков. Ай, да нет. Совсем. Пойти. Да, вроде надо сойти. На нахуй. Прошу прощения. Кто, блядь? Куда нахуй? Кожуха. Стреляю как уёбок, конечно же. Так бывает. Мои трошки. Ну-ка, блядь, сюда нахуй. Ну сюда, чёрт. Вот-то, блядь. Успел кинуть гранату-то. Есть. Интересно. Куда? А, я вижу. Иди, блядь, стой. Патрон, водичка, что патрон? Отдай. По периметру убьем. Добрый вечер. Так, тут много. Ты, блядь, сдохнешь, нет? Спасибо. Опа. Умер. Вроде бы выход. Брать уже опять хочу. Только что ждал, блядь, еще жрать хоть. Ненасытный молодой человек. Больше на гранатку нет. Есть. Есть неприятный. Вот тут, блядь. Блядь. Дебилы, нахуй. Сука. Ай. Что? Сука! Да мне похуй, блядь, я сдох. Окей, сделаем по-другому. Да. Ну я нахуй тоже сдох. Что, я не сдох? Убейте меня тоже, блядь. Убей. Сейчас все сдохнем здесь, нахуй. Лучше идти без них, блядь, сюда. Пизду. Уходим, блядь. Как-нибудь потом. Куда, блядь, вернемся без вас? С вами, блядь, одна проблема только. Именно там. Иди отсюда. Так. Я не понял. Увидись, блядь. Аж где-то здесь же был. Как это стой нахуй? А нет. можно продать. Хуйня. Я выкинул. Ладно, похуй. Неважно, наверное. Тут бы же живот. Хуйня. А, давай пожрем, блядь. А. Рай. Пожри. Я, блядь.
What the fuck are you doing here? You got some kind of fucking death wish, asshole? Final warning, asshole. Get the fuck out of here or we are gonna waste your ass. Who the fuck you trying to kid? You're lucky if I let you walk away from this ass. Yeah, fuck off.
А, блин, так долго включался, что ли? А, ну ничего себе. Никуда не тороплюсь. А, сука. Ну, башка твоя нахуй. Блять, откуда? Где? Уже нет откуда. Понял. Посмотрим, что у тебя есть. Патруш. Возьмем. Топорик. Возьмем. Вместо мачете возьмем. Раздел. Бля. Ой, что такое? Топорик починим от топорика. Уровень 14. Вот тоже самое, ну, топорик не прикольно. Я не вижу, блин. Ранее, ладно. Всем пойдем. Блять, еще живой нахуй. Как так-то? Вероники, блять, присунул чуть-чуть. Да ладно. Да. Магнум нужен. Он давай. Ой, магнум есть. Это круто. Я возьму. Оп. Есть херня-то, блядь. Получше стал. Здесь. Откуда я, блядь, чуть? Тоже не помню. Нужен. А есть у вас что пожрать? Готовый обед. А еды-то у вас нормально. Освещает. О. Говорит так. Готовые обеды, блять, у вас пищу и воду. Как вы живете, однако? Я даже убивать, блядь, нахуй не делаю. Это мне нравится. И этот магнум. Воду-то уже не надо брать. Да. Станет лом. Меня. Идем по нефтелю дальше. Опять вниз. Сюда. Окей, пошли. Вот там, блядь, видели. Полыхнул. Полыхнул. 10-й же, да? Не продадим. Опа. Ну. Потрошки можно продать. Ладно. Тут проход, там проход. Дай, хрен его знает. Блять, рейнджера найти. Ория и панцирь. И бейсбольные шары. Чем вы там, блядь, занимались? Ух ты, бать. Пустой. Класс. Так. Здесь все, что могли, мы исследовали. Так, куда-то. Пойдем. Ничего нету. Интересно. С другой стороны тоже. Ну, проверим. Мало ли. Да. Интересно. Ничего не умею делать. Уходим. Были, да? То же самое. А нет, другое. Сложный. Это вниз. Интересно, где рейнджер-то? Хватает очка. Блять. Станет. Сколько мне поставил? Вот. Чтобы я так не забыл. Тоже были. Идем еще ниже. Ага. Техническое помещение хватать сложно. А, то есть я, блять, скорее всего, не смогу добраться до этого берега. Наречие надо было, да? Тоже сложно. Если да, то это печально. Живые помещения, да. ФС, ты что делаешь? Клять. О. Красиво. Блять, куда вы пошли-то? Чё ж? Блять, не толкайтесь. Вас? Вас? Пронак. Место себе. Медленно, но верно. Андрей, да. Страшить.
I keep hearing about some courier making a fuss over at the strip. Must have delivered more than just mail. Fuck.
На нахуй. Вот и все. Так. Красноречие бы надо бы прокатить. Окей. Лом. Наука, блядь. Хромает. Взрывчатка нужна. Ну-ка. Катя. Как тебе? Оружие, блять. Внимание. Преданность.
I keep hearing about some courier making a fuss over at the strip. Must have delivered more than just mail.
Да там наверх. Бля,
Hey! Yeah, you! Come give us a hand! We were part of a caravan heading into New Vegas from down south. They're holding us hostage, trying to get some ransom. Anyone willing to pay for us died in the attack. Once the fiends figured that out, we're as good as dead. Thanks, partner. I think the fiend with the key is back in one of the bedrooms somewhere. Someone called him Daniel, if that helps. So, you again. You read... I don't know much. Only he hacked... I don't know much. He hacked a password off of the computer and found the Yeah, it's yours if you...
Не будем запугивать. Да тут что ли, блять, много оружия. Понятно. Ну. С другой, куда мне надо-то, блин? И... Почему не работает? Так, машинки. Нет. Уже поинтереснее. Ага, заперто. Нет, сложно, да. А у кого тогда ключи лежат? Каждого теперь обыскивать надо. Опять жрать хочу. Заебал. Хватит. Вот. Так жирно можно стать, блядь. Надо жрать. Мы этого не хотим. Вниз пойдем. Так, почему? Померла, по-моему. Кто там? Где вы? Вероника. Куда Веронику дели? Наркоманы. Тоже не... Вверх. Затоплено. Техника есть. Подох. Проверить все равно. Здесь тоже затоплено. по-другому. Где, блядь, Вероника нахуй? Ой. Ты здесь берешь, нет? О. О, ключ технических помещений. Технические помещения это что, блядь? Вот это вот набора. Его тоже торт. Второй откуда на черт. Да. Спасибо. Куда мне идти-то, блядь, тогда? А. Ты, блядь, что тут стоишь?
Take down this password. It'll get you into the Overseer's area upstairs, I think. Thanks for the help.
Ooh, got something good for me? Is it a dress?
По-другому ты, блядь, не идешь за мной. А, то есть вот это вот пароль ты мне дал, блядь, от этого того. Я правильно понимаю, если да, то, блядь, смысл? Я мог замок взломать, а нет. Так. Давай, с днем рождения. Чё бы... Лет. Выборы. Правильно. Если... Нет. Вот это что ли открылось? Ну я винтовку возьму. Окей. Непонятно. Куда мне дальше подлезть? Это же надолго, блядь, засветился. Так, в принципе, можно попробовать плыть обратно сюда. Без утопления. Смотреть, могу ли я открыть. Да. Да, мы здесь. Это все, блин. Я быстро сдох. Ну, скажем так, хуйня. Ничего интересного там нет. Ладно, блядь, выбираемся. В принципе, все рассмотрели. Ничего такого нет. Так. Все двери пытаюсь открывать. Угу. Настал отдых. Здесь. Вечер добрый. Ой. Блять. Вот такая, а? Повезло. Что здесь нахуй? Комнату отдыха. Где я был? Да. Я туда наверх, что правильно я шел. Успел. Хуйняшечка.
Beats wait until they shoot me. I like this plan where you're the decoy.
А, вот ты попився.
How the hell did you get in here? And who the hell are you? Shu sent you? This was my mission. You can go back to old Shu and tell him that the mission will be completed. I just need a couple more days. What's it look like? I caught one in the leg. I killed a dozen of those degenerates sneaking my way in, but one got a drop on me. I holed up here after I killed that one. They're too stupid to unlock the door, so I knew they'd figure whoever attacked had just taken off. I just need a day or two, then I'll take out Motor Runner myself. I even got his key to the maintenance wing. Situation's under control. God damn it. I know. Was just hoping that, are you trained as a doctor? Can you fix my leg? What are you waiting for? I've got a high-value target to kill.
И дальше, блядь, все. Да, батарея. Это О. Значит, это не он был, блядь. Ну давай, речи, блядь, Иван. Я все равно тебя взломаю. Вроде очень простой, блять, на этих. Куплю нахуй, это хуйня. Yes.
Hey, Doc. Thanks for the assistance, Doc. Time for us to go take out Motor Runner? Okay, what do you need? I was sent here to... God damn it. Fine, I'll head back. Are you saying... Here, take this. It's the key to the maintenance wing. Should make getting...
Ага, вот оно как. Технически помещение столько каких. Понимаю. Ломать требует. Дай, блядь, где он нахуй засел этот, блядь? Тяжелые, конечно, тоже был. Да, мне, блядь, идти-то. Пою. Там здесь я был. Так. Окей, давай еще раз пройдем. Так, пришел. Здрасте. Я к вашему мотогонщику. Здрасте, проходите, а вот куда? Пожалуйста, тоже интересно. Живые. Хочу живые. Так. Сложный звонок. Угу. Все-таки вниз куда-то. Вверх. Никак нет. Блин, собрался, да, чертила. А вот, блядь. Заебался, блядь, искать твои, блядь, помещения. Блядь, что нахуй. Да нахуй, просто. А че гнило, блядь? Просто. Блядь, не успел. Ударил сама. А, сука. Опа. Где? Собственно. Ничего интересного. Отогонщик, я иду до тебя. Теряла, блядь, силовой кастет.
Ooh, got something good for me? Is it a dress?
Ой, видимо, да. Я делаю теперь наконец-то мой. Кстати. Нахер, ну. Что за хуйня? Ну чё, чертилы? Шел ваш последний. Да. Последний. Скрытность. Что я мог найти? Оружие. Блядь. Тихо. Пока. Дело нам сюда.
How the hell did you get in here? Where the fuck are my guards? I guess it isn't a secret. Yeah, the residents of the vault are all dead. We killed them. Funny thing is, they just let us in. We didn't have to force the doors or anything. We needed someplace to put down roots. I was having trouble keeping my people out of West Side. I try to keep my people out of West Side. Apart from trying to stay on good terms with the cons who do business there. There's mean son of a bitch. That fucking mutant is more trouble to kill than to avoid. Having some place for my people to sleep reduces the chances of drifting into West Side. You? Take care of me? You don't look half tough enough. What kind of arrangement did you have in mind? Sounds good to me. And to the dogs, too. Dinner time, boys.
На нахуй. Один удар, блядь. Окей, нахуй сдох. А, нет, еще не сдох. Вечер добрый. Всего месяц. Собака. Что у тебя есть? Меня. Давай. Чем мы тобой? Возьмем. Я не знаю, что будет. Начать тебя не нужно. Это нужно. Все. Купите. Тебя. Как точно не хочу. Ну того нахуй не стоило, блядь. Так, книжечка какая-то. Спасибо. Вечер добрый. Тем, кто подошел. Работающий.
Anders showed up here not too long ago. I'm told you're the one who got him out of the vault. Can't tell you how relieved I am. Sending him on that mission was a mistake. That's probably true, but I wonder if I should have taken a different strategy entirely. Although my options were certainly limited, with most of our forces tied up garrisoning this place. Regardless, what you did for Anders isn't something he or any of us around here take lightly. We're all glad to have him back. Thank you. Unbelievable. That man has given us so much grief since we set up here. This may be a major turning point for us. I can't tell you how many times we thought we'd taken him out, only to have him show up again later, taking more heads off of fallen troopers. This is for the bounty. And this is from a pool me and a lot of the soldiers around the base had going. You may not be in CR, but hey, it's only fair. Bye.
Да, блядь, не знаю, я хочу вступить. Так. Да не голос. Оно. Пиздец.
Hey.
Hey. Hey. Реально. Ну, блин. Зайду. Всегда.
Hey.
Теперь кажется, я один, потому что первым тоже.
Hey.
Походу.
Nice to meet you. I'm Curtis. Officially, I'm in charge of Bravo Company. But since General Oliver has Bravo and most of our forces here garrisoned, I'm free to do other things. So I work with Colonel Shu on logistics, patrols, supply lines, reinforcements, that sort of thing. Lately, it's been less about that, and more about figuring out how that information is getting leaked to raiders. It's a big base with a lot of unhappy soldiers. They get stir-crazy. Hard to separate the malcontents from the actual culprit. Smart man. I could use somebody who can operate under the radar around here. Whoever our mole is, he's been slippery. Whenever one of the MPs gets too close, he changes his habits. Our last lead went cold weeks ago. You want my advice? Start by talking to people with a lot of eyes in the field. People like Lieutenant Boyd, or Sergeant Contreras, maybe. Careful with Contreras, though. He's not above suspicion himself. Keep me apprised of any leads you get. This guy's gotten a lot of my men killed. I'm just itching to return the favor.
Пока-пока. Все, на сегодня пока хватит. Продолжим потом.